good, y'all? This is Will Jr.
And this is Wifey. Hi, YouTubers.
Hey, look, we trust all as well. All right, guys, so what we're doing today, this is a different video, right? So this is going to be our version of live, right? Doing a live video. So it's live, but not really, you know what I mean? So what we're doing is that we're going to be answering quite a bit of Q&As that you guys have. And I know you're like, well, how can you answer Q&A if we're not throwing them up on live? Well, what we did is that we went back to look at the past comments that you guys asked about us that we kind of glossed over and didn't answer. And we're going to answer that today. All right, so let's do it. Wait, but before we do that, this is not our merch that we're rocking, guys. No, actually, me and Wifey saw shirts like these here on Facebook, and they said y'all can put y'all word in on it or their logo or whatever y'all want to say. And we just threw these on the shirts and they shipped them out to us. So this is not our merch, man, but just tell me what you think about them. All right, let's get into the video. Remember, this is live, but not really. All right, guys, so one of the questions you guys asked was, why do you guys share your sermon notes after each service? Well, a couple of subscribers would ask us, can you guys please start sharing your sermon notes? Because after each service, I don't know if you guys remember, we used to be like, man, service was off the chain. Bro, service was good, man. And they was like, well, start sharing it. We want to know what you guys heard. So two subscribers in particular, that's Scott Lynn, shouts out to Scott Lynn, and Brian Roglide, shouts out to Brian Roglide. You guys was like, please start sharing your sermon notes. So, you know what I'm saying? And we went begging for it, you know what I'm saying? But y'all was like, man, kind of let us in. And next thing you know, talk to Wifey, we was like, that's actually a good idea, let's do it. So after service, I'll share the sermon notes. Next week, after service, Wifey will share the sermon notes. And there you have it. So that's exactly why we share our sermon notes, guys.
Another question y'all have asked in time past was, how did hubby and me meet? And we actually met at my job. We were checking each other out, but I didn't want to be first in approaching hubby. So we got to talking and he gave me his business card. It took 2 days before I called him. But when I did, we hit it off really well and talked for hours and started dating shortly thereafter. And we dated for a few months before he proposed on my favorite holiday, which is Christmas. And I remember sharing our dating relationship with some family members, and my cousin was like, look under the tree to see if there's a small box under there. And I remember looking under the tree and I didn't see it, so I was a little bummed, but he pulled it out of his pocket and proposed. So that was awesome. And we were engaged for about 4 months until we got married. And we've been married for a little over 8 years. So this is the bling that hubby got me. Awesome, he did well. 2-carat ring, 75 diamonds. Really nice.
All right, guys, so just to kind of add to that, right? So after me and Wifey's been dating for a while, right? I want to say about maybe 6 or 7 dates in. You know what I'm saying? I invited her to my spot. You know what I'm saying? I had like pizza and popcorn, and I had an action movie going, right? And I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like an action-packed movie where it's blood and guts and shooting, right? And Wifey was like, can you please stop the video? I said, what's going on? Bro, Wifey was so concerned. She thought like, this guy is full of trauma and violence, and why would he watch something like this, right? I'm telling you guys, sometimes opposites really do attract, right? So I had to let her know, like, no, it's just, you know what I'm saying, a basic movie. This is what I like, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of like my my self-care moment, you know what I'm saying? I like to watch action movies or whatever, right? So she was like, oh my gosh, this is just so different. And now, bro, tell me you can't keep her away from an action movie now. I mean, blood, guts, and just gore. She's like, let's watch Kill Bill again, you know? So I'm telling you, man, but then at the same time, I had to get used to what she watched, you know what I'm saying? She watched all this, you know, this more, yeah, chick flicks. Wifey watches a lot of chick flicks and more vintage old school movies like Titanic and, yeah, bro, I wasn't feeling that. But you know what I'm saying? In a marriage, you literally have to compromise, bro.
The question y'all had was about our education. I have a bachelor's and master's in English and another master's in social work. I really enjoy working in the field of social work and have been working as a social worker for almost 20 years. Hubby has his bachelor's in counseling and master's in psychology. And, you know, just when I met hubby, you know, he was more silly and lighthearted. So when I found out he's really into education and takes that very seriously, I really dig that, you know, because education is very important to the both of us. We find it to be very challenging and we enjoy learning. So that's been a blessing that we've been able to not only pursue and obtain our degrees, but also use them to better society. So that's been really awesome. He was pursuing his license, and I was working on my doctorate when the pandemic hit. So that slowed it down a whole lot. But our professional goal is to set up a practice where we'll be working with children and adolescents and families and trauma issues, marriage and family counseling, as well as clients with a history of substance abuse. We feel that those are areas that are important. Certainly other areas are as well, but those are ones that we're planning to emphasize when we set up our practice.
You guys have also asked the question of where are we from, right? So Wifey is originally from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised, right? However, she left by the age of 8 because her dad, military, and she's considered a military brat, right? And so he's a retired military. Shouts out to her dad. What's up, dad-in-law? And her brother's military, her sister's military. The neighbor that walks the dog a lot in their neighborhood is military. Everybody's military, right? But no, so check this out, real talk. So they are like all military, right? And that's where Wifey's from. Quick story before I tell you guys where I'm from. So back once again when me and Wifey was dating, right? I would go over her house, right? You know what I'm saying? I would just raid the fridge, right? Bro, I would see these tubs and they were labeled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't understand it. I said, babe, what is this? She was like, oh, that's my meals. I put my meals like in a little tub per day. So Monday I'll grab this, Tuesday I'll grab that. Tupperware. Bro, I was never used to that, right? So I'm like, okay. So she's telling me I watch violent movies, right? And I have trauma issues. I'm up here like, this is OCD, right? Not only that, she ironed her clothes a week in advance, bro. Like, I mean, business suit Monday, business suit Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Kind of spooked me out just a little bit, all right? But I got used to it, right? So anywho, so I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois, guys. I know that's a big shocker, like what? And the reason I don't explain a lot of it because anybody else that's from East St. Louis, Illinois, people originally think you're from St. Louis, but I'm not from St. Louis. Like if you cross the bridge, then that's St. Louis. But if you cross back over, you're in East St. Louis, right? So yes, guys, I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. Now, what led me here to Georgia? Well, my job. So I did a lot of traveling for the job early on until I actually landed here, right? Now, this is supposed to be an in and out. I was supposed to come here, take care of a contract issue, and get back to Atlanta, right? Met Wifey in the cafeteria of her job because my guy, shouts out to my guy, you know what I'm saying, Big K. I ain't gonna say his full name, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out to my guy, Big K. And me and him was sitting in the cafeteria. And I was like, man, bro. He's like, bro, with some ladies in here. He said, "Mo, you looking for a lady? We got you." And I was like, okay. But I said, bro, who is that girl over there? He was like, man, she don't talk to nobody, bro. I was like, ding, 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 ding. But anywho, so you know what I'm saying, the rest is present, right? So yeah, guys, that's where I'm from. And my job led me here to Georgia. That's why I say I'm not from the South, guys. I mean, I got used to these sand nets. I never had sand nets here. Bro, I never knew what low country boil was until I came here in the South, right? Once again, going back to me and Wifey dating. So she invited me to one of her friends' houses, right? And when I went there, these people are all doctors and nurses and everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, cool, everybody having a casual little conversation. And old boy was like, all right, guys, the food is ready. So everybody went to the back porch. He took a big pot and poured everything on the table. And this was corn, potatoes, sausage, shrimp. And these people, that classy, educated people, grabbing stuff with their hand, throwing it on the plate. I'm like, who are these monsters? So I leaned over to wifey. I was like, who is these people? Where's the fork, the spoon, and the, you know what I'm saying? She was like, no, this is called Low Country Boil. You grab it by the hand. I'm like, and she think I'm crazy. But bro, it was just weird, man. So I have a Southern appetite, but I am not a Southern boy by far, guys. So yes, that's where we from. Wife is from Brooklyn, New York. I'm originally from East St. Louis, Illinois.
The next question y'all asked was, why does wifey call her husband her king? And the reason I call hubby my king is because he is, and he calls me his queen. And what that means to me is that he's king of my heart. He's second to God, and he means the world to me. You know, God completes me, but I believe that God has called us one in marriage, and he's an answer to my prayers. To be honest, waited a long time before I met hubby. I was in my 30s, and it was a long wait. I wanted to get married in my 20s, to be honest, but God had better plans, and he was continuing to work in me, because I had some issues that God needed to work in me. And he was also just preparing me for my husband. And so when we met, you know, I've grown to love him and appreciate him and respect him. And he's grown to be my king, someone who I depend on and love and share things with and grow with and continue to grow with. And you know, he means everything to me. And you know, in the good times and the not so good times, I just remember and remind myself that he's my helpmate, and he's made a lot of sacrifices. You know, in the hard times, I try to remember that so that I don't get selfish and think I'm the only one making sacrifices. But my king makes a lot of sacrifices for me, and helps me in my walk with God as well, and points me to God. God is first in his life, and I dig that. That was what I prayed for when I was single, a God-fearing man who loves the Lord and who will love his wife, and he does. He loves his queen, and I love my king, and I respect that and respect him, and I thank God for him every day, and he'll always be my king.
Also, you guys asked the question, why do I call my wife wifey, right? Well, simple, bro. It's like I'm selling this bike, bro. No, but no, I call my wife wifey simply because that's what I've been praying for, guys. Like, I wasn't praying for, like, you know what I'm saying, a player. I wasn't praying for like a girlfriend. I literally was praying for a wife. Like, and I'm just not just throwing like religious aspects in this just because. Like, I'm being totally real with you guys. Like, I wanted someone that was, you know what I'm saying, trustworthy, honest, truthful, you know what I'm saying, and that just doesn't mind being vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, because too many people, you meet their representative versus who they are. So when I say wifey, like, she literally fits all the characteristics of an actual wife. That's the spiritual aspect, that's the natural aspect, and it's kind of hard sometimes to find a person for both, because some people say they want a man of God, they want a woman of God, they want somebody in church, but when they actually get that, they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They just want somebody to do right sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of cat that's going to do right sometimes. I'm either going to do all the way right or all the way wrong. Now, I'm not perfect, nor is wifey perfect, but this is why I call her wifey, because she's literally my queen, my sweetie beatie, my crunchy munchie, my stink butt, my babe, you know what I'm saying? All those sweet endeavorments, that's what she is. You see what I'm saying? So when I wear my red and wing, guys, I wear this thing with honor and with pride, because it's just a blessing to literally be married. I think I said this before, but Bishop Dale Browner said, you're either working on your marriage or you're working on your divorce. So every day I want to be working on my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like wifey said earlier, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm a little too goofy for her, and sometimes she's a little too serious for me. But we always meet that medium, and we just have a good time. And it's natural. Like it's not a put on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I call wifey. That's why I call my wife wifey. She fits all those characteristics, all those categories, and that's what makes me comfortable with that. Like, she's wifey status for real, bro. And she can get down in the kitchen, man, because that was my biggest pet peeve. I'm like, if you can't cook, I'm out like a crook. No. But no, she could throw it down. It took a little minute. No.
So another question y'all asked in time past was, why did wifey decide that she will go to Sturgis with hubby this year? And the reason I'll be going to Sturgis with hubby is because it's been really fun riding with him. He's a long-time biker, and he has riding skills that I trust. You know, I trust his riding. He's safe, and already he's you know, very knowledgeable and cautious about his riding, but when I'm riding with him as a passenger, he's even more cautious. It's like when, you know, there's passengers in the car with you, your driving skills shift a little bit, and drivers in general tend to be more cautious because they have one or two or multiple passengers in the vehicle. Well, same with our bike. You know, when I'm on equal with hubby, then he tends to ride more cautiously, and I feel safe with him on the bike. And so, you know, with Sturgis, yes, it's definitely a longer stretch, but you know, the same still applies. You know, his skills will kick in, and I trust that it will be I'll feel safe, and that we'll have a good time as well. It'll be a really good experience. I'm looking forward to just having more riding time with hubby, and for us to really build on memories surrounding you know, our bike, and just having good times and just enjoying each other's company, enjoying our bike. And our friends, Karen and her husband, are also riding with us this year, so that will be a lot of fun. You know, it's always fun riding or having friends join you when you ride. So we're looking forward to that as well, and a new scenery and a new experience together.
All right, guys, so you guys may want to know, like, why did I pick Sturgis, right, for this year? All right, simple. I picked Sturgis to travel to this year, bro, is because I never been. That's literally why, right? So I picked Sturgis because I never been to Sturgis before, and I also picked Sturgis because they are welcoming of your race, your gender. It doesn't matter, as long as you're coming out there to have a great time, they are welcoming you, and that's my type of party. All right, that's what I like going to. Just fun, everybody else having fun, good vibes. Now, if you want to get rowdy, I'm sure they have that too, but yeah, we staying away from that. We're just gonna go and have a good time, see what Sturgis have to offer. Travel to like Mount Rushmore, the Devil's Tower, and just other things. Just ride and have a good time. And we're gonna have our guy Disco with us, man. Disco riding with us. He's gonna have his wife. Man, look, we just gonna have a ball. It's 1,700 miles one way. So me, wifey, Disco, and his wifey, we're gonna leave out of Georgia into Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, on to South Dakota, bro. So man, we are going to ground pound it. I'm gonna tell you guys, quick sidebar, I never knew what ground pound meant until I was here at Harley one day, and my guy Terrell, I was talking to Terrell in Parts, and he was like, man, this is old girl, I can't remember her name, my apologies, but she had a beautiful road glide. And I was like, can I record your road glide? And Terrell was like, yeah, man, she ground pound. I was like, okay, guys, her motorcycle name is Ground Pound. She was like, that's not my motorcycle name. I was like, well, what does ground pound mean? And he told me what ground pound meant. So it just meant like rubber hitting the road, bro. Like you own that throttle, like you stopping, you gas it up, and you're going. Like you are just 10 to 15 miles over the speed limit and you're getting there. So me and my guy Disco, we're going to be ground pounding it safely though, hastily but yet safely, because we amped up, man. So but when, you know what I'm saying, guys, this is going to be me and wifey's first large travel, our first big time travel where we're traveling far away for this long period at a time on our motorcycle at least, right? And you have to prep for that stuff, man. So, you know, thank God for having great neighbors. We're going to give our key to a couple of our neighbors. Actually, I already have it. And, man, thank God for good friends that's police officers. Man, I'm going to tell you, your boys support Blue. My wifey, her family is all predominantly military. Most of my family is predominantly law enforcement. So I definitely support the Blue, man. So shouts out to my friends, man, that's going to be watching our home even while we're away. Because, man, you got to be prepared. You got to plan these things ahead, man. For real. Even my guy watching, my dog, shouts out to you. Appreciate you, brother. Man, look, we're going to have a good time, man. And we're going to bring you guys along for the ride. But we're going to ground pound it. We're going to hit it. Now, another sidebar. On the way coming from Sturgis, what me and my guy Disco is going to do, we're going to do the IBA. All right, we're planning to do this. This is the Iron Butt Association Challenge. We're going to do the 1,000-mile challenge in under 24 hours, bro. Now, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people have done it and y'all probably done more, but you know, hey, my Saturday is probably your Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? But this is going to be great for us, man. And I want to do it right. Now, a question was asked, why do you want to do that? And I'll be honest, bragging rights. It's simply bragging rights, man. You guys will notice with me, man, one thing I love is positive competition. That's why I get out there and race with my guys. Not race, but I get out there and have fun with my guys on other bikes, just to have fun, man, because I love positive competition. But we're planning to do the Iron Butt Association on the way back. We're going to do the 1,000 miles in under 24 hours. And that's why I'm in the midst of now just researching and kind of reading up on taking pictures of your receipt, making sure you get a receipt, taking pictures of your speedometer, all these other things, etc. And we're gonna be two up. We're gonna be two up, bro. I'm gonna have my wifey, he gonna have his wifey, and we're gonna do the 1,000-mile challenge. And wifey's gonna be a part of that too, man. So I'm gonna love getting that certificate. I believe they send you, and they also send you a license tag on the back saying I've completed the Iron Butt Challenge. Man, that's good bragging rights, bro. So that's why, man, I want to go to Sturgis. I've never been. They are welcoming of people like myself, people like yourself, and just having a good time, bro, and putting the mileage down, bro. So other than that, that's it, man. Let's have some fun, bro. All right, guys, so I just got my bike back from Harley and they just did the oil change, and I want to show you guys something besides me just acting silly in this chair, right? Okay, so let me show you guys this. Check this out. So I paid to get my oil change, because I'll be honest, man, I just hey, I wanted it done right. I'm sure I could have done it if I focused on it, but you know, Sturgis being so close to ride out, I just didn't want to chance anything, right? So now what I paid, let me see here. Okay, so hang on, let me show you guys, because what I want to show you guys is the price that you can pay to get your oil change from the actual Harley dealership, the price that you can do it yourself, and the price that you can do it yourself with the 3 changes. The 3 changes meaning the oil change, the transmission, and the clutch, I believe, something like that. So, all right, so here we go. Hey guys, so I paid 139 bucks for my oil change. That's synthetic oil at that. So that's 5 quarts of oil filter, and oil ring. If I did it myself, the 5 quarts of oil ring, and oil filter would have cost me 87 bucks. Okay. Now, if I did all 3 oil changes in my bike, meaning the oil change, the transmission change, and the other 3rd change, I can't remember what that one is, but I think it's the derby cover or whatever, the clutch oil, that would be 130 if I were to did that myself. So I still would have saved some money either way. But when these guys do it, you know, they check everything on your bike. They don't just do a basic oil change. They check everything else, because they give you that safety report, versus me checking it myself or changing it myself and doing like a self-check. Now, can I do it? Can you do it? Absolutely. I just didn't want to chance it because it's so close to Sturgis. It's just best to have these guys to do it, so any issues, boom, they can catch it, I can take care of it, and we good to go. So there you go, guys. Carly will do your oil change for 139 bucks, just basic oil change. Or you can pay to get it done yourself, 87 bucks, basic oil change. Or you can pay the 130 to do the 3 oil changes, right, with the 3 oil rings. It's oil change, transmission, and the clutch oil, I believe. So yeah, so there you go. Hey guys, so I don't know if you guys asked this or not, but what's next for us is after Sturgis, after the Iron Butt Challenge, I definitely want us to rock the tail of the dragon. You down for that, boo?
Definitely.
All right.
Yes.
So we're going to attempt to rock the tail of the dragon, Lord will. Let me see. And after that, Biketoberfest. And I was just invited to another motorcycle club event later this year or in February. So whichever one, I think mainly like we're shooting for February. And this is a pretty big one as well, guys. So yeah, but other than that, man, that's pretty much everything from us, man. This was our live. This was our live, guys. Let me see. Okay, I guess one more thing in closing. Babe, people may want to know, how did we become Christians? Because yes, we are Christians, guys. Now, we are not perfect. I would definitely let you know that by far. But we are Christians, and we do our best to strive, you know what I'm saying, to lead by example, I should say. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, God ain't looking for no perfect person. He's just looking for a willing sacrifice. That's all, guys. Just a willing vessel. That's all we are, messengers. So babe, how did you become a Christian?
Well, I was raised in a Christian home, and when we went to church, oh boy, every Sunday. And so when I was about 10 years old, I became baptized. I was baptized in the church.
Okay.
And
so did the water like bubble or no, like boil?
Oh boy, very funny. Yeah. So, and I remember us after dinner. We ate together as a family for dinner, and then afterwards reading the Bible together. At the time, they had a 365-day Bible, so we would take turns reading passages of the Bible.
Okay.
And every morning, Mom would read a devotional. It was called The Upper Room. I believe they still have that. And so she would read that, and we would all pray together as a family. So that helped set, the foundation for me for into adulthood, where I continued some of those practices of doing my devotional in the mornings, and hubby and I go into service on Sundays, and volunteering as well. That's been big for me. I really enjoy volunteering. I do that at the church.
Oh yeah.
But to piggyback on what Babe said, God doesn't require perfection. He requires faithfulness, and when we're faithful and committed to Him, He'll change us for the better into the likeness of His Son Jesus. So that's what we live by, to be faithful to God, and to each other, and to love and serve others.
All right. Della? Hey. When did you become a Christian?
Like, through y'all.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't staying in this house and I go to church. But no, man, it was similar to Wifey's, the same with me, you know what I'm saying? My mom's introduced me to church, you know what I'm saying? And bro, we stayed in the hood, like the hood. I don't know how people get off calling suburbs hoods, but we stayed in like the hood, bro. And mom's was like, y'all, when I grew up, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of the streets. So she introduced Christ to us at an early age. And, it was even shortly after, you know what I'm saying, I became serious with it because, I was just doing it because, I didn't want to get a whooping, go to church because you didn't want to get a whooping, right? Because we literally used to pick switches from the trees, bro. Like, that stuff is for real. I'll show you a whip back from, no, let me stop. But real talk, man. So, you know what I'm saying, I took it serious shortly after and started being a part of different services and different Bible groups and just kind of grew, and you know what I'm saying. And the religion, and I call it religion because the church that I grew up early on, you know, there were certain bylaws, if you will, that they would go by. You know what I'm saying? You have to show this as evidence you're a, you know, child of God or servant of God. And you know, God is not looking for anybody that, you know what I'm saying, you have to show proof that you speak in unknown tongues, or you have proof of this and that. All he's looking for, the proof that you're a Christian, is that you have love for one another. That's literally all he's looking for.
Oh,
the
unknown
love.
tongues.
Oh yeah, and unknown tongues. Thanks, babe. But he's just looking for, you know what I'm saying, you to love your brother. You know what I'm saying? He says that's how people will know that you are my disciples, that if you have love for one another. You know, so that's the evidence of being a Christian, man, having love for one another. You know what I'm saying? And just, man, just doing things the godly way. You know, I love the motto that our church have. I'm trying to remember it, babe. They say we love everybody, but we don't lie to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the same way with our walk with Christ, man. We love you, but certain things, you know, we just don't be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not, you know what I'm saying, the will of our Father. But at the same time, y'all see, we still like to have fun, still like to act goofy, you know what I'm saying? Like even when we in Sturgis, I'm gonna ask them, do they have any holy water on the rocks? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, that's how I became introduced, you know what I'm saying, as a Christian, man, through my mom and my family. And I just kind of took it, you know, serious shortly after. I'm considered the white sheep of the family. No, man, but it's just all good, man. So this is us, bro. This is our live. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think of it? Other than that, man. Oh, I will add this in closing, man, before we rock out of here. I hear a lot of people saying, ride your ride. And don't get me wrong, please ride your ride now. But if I was still riding my ride, I ain't no way I can do Sturgis. Ain't no way I can have wifey on the back. Ain't no way, bro. So ride your ride, but at the same time, man, ride with people that will challenge you to, you know, grow to the next level in riding. You know what I'm saying? What I mean to the next level, like I had to feel comfortable using my cruise control. I had to feel comfortable with going 5 to 10 miles over the speed limit. You know what I'm saying? I had to feel comfortable just to be able to do, you know, turns and swirls and, you know, slow stops and slow riding skills and, you know what I'm saying, speeding skills. Like I had to feel comfortable doing those things, so I had to get out of my comfort zone. And you know, y'all saw my early on videos, you know what I'm saying, we're riding with the guys here in the neighborhood. Those guys really helped me out a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't even ride with the motorcycle club. Y'all saw the video I got where I was riding with Born Losers, man. Man, I couldn't ride with them guys. If I was riding my ride, them guys was rolling, bro. So, but you know what I'm saying? I felt comfortable also keeping up with them as well. Now, don't get me wrong. If you don't feel comfortable, you know, keeping up with anybody or stepping outside of that box of riding your ride, then don't do it. But man, this is how I got to the level that I'm at now. Now, I'm definitely not no pro rider by far, but I would definitely go as far to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm out of entry level now. So that's a blessing, thank God. So yeah, man, you ride your ride, but when you feel comfortable, kind of step out of that comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage, etc. I'll give you a case in point in closing here. Y'all know I didn't used to ride in the rain at all. I would dread riding in the rain. When I rode to Jacksonville with the fellas, man, to get my upgrades on my bike, that rain came, I locked up, man. I froze. And your guy Ross Cross was behind me the whole time. Him and Full Metal, those guys just made sure I got there safe and back. And then, you know what I'm saying, riding with other people, even after those guys, you know what I'm saying, just continuous encouragement is what I got. And now I'm comfortable in riding in the rain. So you have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, ride your ride, but at the same time, slowly get out of your comfort zone and make that next level your comfort zone. Other than that, guys, we out. Della, you want to say anything? Della, hey girl, you want to say anything? Huh? You want to say something, girl? Huh?
That she love you very much.
That's right. You want to say anything, boo?
Well, thanks for joining us on our journey, and we hope that you enjoyed it.
All right, y'all. Blessings.
Blessings.